Joining us now to review some of the headlines of today's newspapers from around the world is our Rice News analyst, Emmanuel Efeni. Good morning, Emmanuel.
Good morning, Ruben. Good morning, Rufa.
Friday, right?
Yes, it's Friday.
Good morning, Olorogun.
Yes. Now, let's start the review quickly with this day, Nigeria's newspaper of record. The lead story, coalition of political parties hails CBN's plan to redesign Naira, says only intending vote buyers, beneficiaries of proceeds of crime will kick against move. Again, EFCC chair welcomes initiative, insists people holding Naira to speculate on FX. Ex-president of ACTN, that's the Association of Corporate Treasurers of Nigeria, backs Apex Bank, declares policy needed to address alarming volume of currency outside the banking system. Yes, the CBN move to redesign the Naira, which will take off soon. And, of course, coalition of political parties, as this day reported yesterday, more or less, the CBN ambushing politicians, planning to buy votes. But you never know with the politicians. They may have other designs. But the EFCC still seeing this as an opportunity to apprehend those who have been hoarding money or those involved in money laundering. But it's still a long time between now and when this policy will kick off. And a lot of these persons will now be moving their millions into the banks if they've been stashed elsewhere. Because for now, I'm sure the banks will be ready to receive some of this money stashed elsewhere. But we'll see how this pans out. CBN defending its decision. Of course, there are no shortage of critics, as it were. Now, let's look at the Guardian newspaper. Terror threat, arrest of suspects, UK's updated advisory, heightened fears in Abuja. Abuja Mall shuts down operations. DSS mom. FCTA reclaims law school land. Political parties should suspend mass rally, says Akiyemi. Abuja is safe. FCT minister declares stop grandstanding. Work with Pentagon to respond to security advisory. Dawn tells federal government. Now, the Punch newspaper also reporting the story, terror alert. Federal government detains 35 suspected ISWAP fighters. Tension heightens. UK issues fresh alert. IG releases emergency phone numbers. Call for vigilance. FCTA demolishes shanties. Jabi shopping mall shut. Other facilities tighten security. Efforts to take delivery of additional fighter helicopters in December. Chief of Air Staff. Now, the Nation newspaper also reporting the story, terror alert. Parties in a fix over call to halt campaigns. UK cautions citizens again against traveling to Abuja. Kiemi, NSA, others warn politicians. We won't stop our rally, says Labour Party, APC, PDP. We are studying the situation. Well, that call by Professor Akinyemi yesterday on the morning show. I thought it was specific about Million Man March, not necessarily political rallies. That his call yesterday was that politicians should try and stop this Million Man March, which has been going on in some cities around the country. I don't think his call was for rallies to be stopped by politicians. This is political seasoning, like we've canvassed on this program. The security agents, the police, the DSS, they should provide security at political rallies so that infiltrators are apprehended before they can cause any harm. Now, the Vanguard newspaper, UK insists on terror alert as major mall shuts. Now, if we look at the The Daily Trust newspaper, Germany, Bulgaria, Ireland. Denmark joins US, UK in Nigeria terror alert. But the story, I think we should just look at there. The real reasons US raised red flag. According to the Daily Trust, quoting diplomatic sources, yes, it's a Daily Trust gathered from reliable diplomatic sources that other countries aligned with the position of the US after a series of meetings, intelligence sharing, and incontrovertible proof of imminent danger. One of the sources said, late last week, a suspect was nabbed near the US Embassy at the central area, allegedly spying on the surroundings. Also, explosive devices were found near the entrance of a compound housing US staff on Saturday, October 22. So, the US not just crying foul according to this report, but the security agencies are responding and, of course, taking all the precautions. But from the Ministry of Information, it's a different ball game. Well, I will listen to the security agencies who are already taking precautions. The police sending out telephone numbers to members of the public to alert the security agencies if they see any danger lurking. So I'll rather go with the security agencies. Now, if we come back to the Vanguard newspaper, just above the masthead, NDDC, Aqua must account for 300 billion contracts awarded without due process. Umana, yes, Obong Umana is the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs currently. And he is saying that the disengaged sole administrator, Effiong Aqua, yes, that's his name, has to account, awarded 300 billion worth of contracts without due process. Now, I think the buck stops at the president's table, because over time, the president appointed a board, names sent to the National Assembly. They were screened and ready to put their office. But suddenly, the president started appointing interim administrators, interim or sole administrators. And what we have seen is a spell of scandal. Of course, we remember the professor and his fainting spell at the National Assembly. Nobody talked about that anymore. And now, of course, whether man or woman in charge of the sole administrator of NDDC, we've heard one scandal or the other. Now the latest, 300 billion contract awarded without due process. Why is the president still stalling in releasing the report of the forensic audit and appointing substantive managing director, substantive chairman of the NDDC board? Now, the foreign newspapers quickly. The Times of London, Prime Minister seeks deal to curb crossing. Yes, targets and bonuses to tackle migrant cross crisis. Yes, Rishi Sunak, of course, hitting the ground running. He wants a new cross-channel deal with France to curtail the crossing of migrants. But, of course, a number of options there to incentivize, both on the French side and those who are handling asylum seekers. They should be able to process in shorter time, and they will get bonus for that. That's the deal that is being put together by Rishi Sunak. Ruben and Rufai.
Well, no time to make any comment, so we just have to thank you. Okay? Thank you very much indeed.